to my channel, Reezy Resells. That's me. On my channel, I like to teach people how to make money online, specifically selling on Amazon, and even more specifically, selling used books. I talk about other stuff, social media as well, because I've made that journey myself. But for the most part, you're here to learn how to make money and probably books, and you probably want to quit your job because you have a 9 to 5 and you don't like it. Let's face it, you just don't like it and you don't want to do it forever. So you're on the internet typing how to make money on Google, on YouTube, and you figured out that you can sell stuff on Amazon. You're not so sure about it yet, but then you thought, oh, you've seen something about books, and now you're on my channel and you want to know, how do you get to where I'm at? I haven't worked a regular job for 15 years. How do you get there? You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of you have been watching, but not really taking any action. So that's what this episode is going to be about. It's going to be about, I'm going to help you out like I always do. So feel free to ask any questions, but I want to frame it around the fact that, why have you not started yet? Because the reality is that all of you should be able to start reselling and making money with the simple, just me telling you, hey, it's real. You can do it. You can make money selling shit on the internet. You can buy shit from yard sales and sell it on eBay. And if you're still asking me like the most basic questions about how do you start, and that's why you haven't started, but you've already heard someone say, buy some shit from the yard sale, sell it on eBay, and you haven't tried that, I'm worried for you. I'm seriously concerned. I'm concerned that you're not about this life, that you don't really want it. And you say you want it, and you're sending me messages on the DM like, yo, help me. And I'm like, bro, have you seen my content? Have you watched any of do you know how many YouTube videos I have? I don't know the exact number, but I know it's more than 500. And I'm pretty sure I've said everything I know at least 5 to 10 times on YouTube, and if not in these live videos alone. So it's like, yo, do you really want it, or are you just kind of fronting like you want it? You know what I mean? So like, if you haven't started yet and you're here right now, please comment in the live chat, in the comment section, whatever. I want to help you. Please just let me know, why haven't you started? What is the reason? What's holding you back? Like, why have you not done it? So I'm going to need some input from you guys. Shout out to my Instagram fam. We got some Instagram people over here. We got 55 people right now live on YouTube. And if you're not watching it live, that's just a waste of your time. You could care less. But please smash the like button, guys. And if you're here and you're a reseller and you're making good money on the side, or even full-time living, feeding your family, drop those comments down below, because that's good. That's good inspiration for the other people that wish they were where you are now, right? And they just don't have the courage to take that step, to jump. You know what I mean? I'm serious. Like, I can't do anything more than like, look at my eyes. Like, this shit is real. It's real. I'm a regular ass dude, down to earth, and I haven't worked a regular job for 15 years because I've been feeding my family that whole time off of money I've been making off of selling shit on Amazon. Hasn't been easy, but it hasn't been, something that I hated doing every single day, which is what I hated, my 9 to 5 life. I hated it every fucking day. I hated it every single day. I would contemplate quitting almost every job I ever had. Before I would go to work, I'd be like, man, I'm about to quit this motherfucker, put my pants on, I'm about to quit, go to work, get out of work, go to lunch break, eating your sandwich, whatever. Like, man, I ain't even going to go back. Then you put your tail between your legs and you go back, and you do that cycle every fucking day. And that's not the way you should be living your life. If you're going to work really hard, at least work for yourself, so that you can control when your days off are, or when your time is. And so when someone says, hey, can you come over to this event, or can you want to go on this cruise, or you want to go on, you can say, yes, I can go. I'm not a slave to the 9 to 5, wage system. I'm not living like it's 1920 still. You guys understand me? Am I preaching to the choir, or is this some shit that makes some sense to you guys? So let's see over here. Shout out to Sidelit Sells with the sideburns, Mark Corbett. So in the morning when I do these shows on Instagram, I do coffee and questions, but it is, 6:40 on a Friday night. And so we're going to do claws with no questions, no laws on claws. I know I'm like 3 weeks late to this this thing, this trend, you want to call it, but I'm 35, so give me a break, guys. Give me a break. So Matt, My World Ecom says, I'm a full-time reseller selling used books online for opening a used bookstore 2.5 years in. Let's see. SB Yoga Mix says, fear of losing money and buying the wrong stuff. That's great. So check this, Yoga Mix. First of all, if you guys are watching this, go to my website, reezyresells.com, grab a copy of my free intro to Amazon course. That will get you in the game. You'll learn almost everything you need to know to start making money. You'll be ready to go on Amazon. You'll be confident. You'll be confident in selling books. You'll know all the different business models that are good on Amazon. And from there, you can do any of them, and you'll even be more comfortable going over to eBay or Poshmark or Mercari or any of that stuff. So if you're fully new, get my free course. It's fucking free. There's nothing. I'll send you some emails. You know, click on something. You might buy some, but you don't have to. It's all free. I'm not going to shove anything down your throat, and it's not some watered down crap where it's like, it's everything, kind of everything you need. No, it's everything you need. Like if you need a little bit of a handhold, my free course will get you in the game. Like other than that, you need like direct mentorship and full handholding the whole time. And I'm not here to do that for you. But the good thing is in my guide, I talk about how to get started on selling on eBay or Amazon. And in response to SB Yoga Mix, the thing you need to start with the stuff you have in your house. So everybody in America has $500 to $1,000 of stuff in their house that they're not using, that they don't need. I forgot to set this timer. Let me set this timer real quick. I wanted to do a 30-minute timer because I'm going to go out to dinner. So I'm going to put this at 25 right now and start it. You got $500 to $1,000 worth of stuff in your house. Maybe more, maybe $5,000 stuff, maybe a storage from last time you moved and the shit's still boxed up and you haven't even looked at it. 2 years later, you're paying for your storage, wondering like, what's in them damn boxes? I guess I didn't need it, right? Open them up and go through your own stuff and sell that stuff on eBay. Don't focus on the profit so much, focus on the process. So I don't care if you're listing, you know, your old shirt with a rip in it, just list it, photograph it, sell it, ship it, and then be proud of yourself that you successfully listed an item on an e-commerce platform, sold it, and shipped it to a customer. Your customer got what they wanted. They were happy. Everybody's happy. And then you can focus on making profit from there once you know the process. And that's the same for any platform. That's why I tell people you want to go on Amazon, it's best to start with books because they're very cheap. So this is a subset of that. Whatever platform you're on, you're going to start cheap. Start with your own stuff. Those wedding gifts you have that you never opened. That's probably Lucci. DVDs and stuff that you bought that are never opened. And all of the used stuff. Go through all of it. From there, branch out. Go to thrift stores. Go to yard sales, go to garage sales. All this stuff is cheap. Get stuff for free off of Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. Put up ads on Facebook, on Craigslist, anywhere, at the freaking laundromat whiteboard with the pull-off tear numbers. I will come get your books. Like I sell on eBay, free clothing pickup, all that kind of stuff. Tell your friends, tell your family. All of a sudden, people are bringing you inventory that costs you nothing, and you're making money off of it. So you're going to learn the game. You're going to have zero cash investment on it, so no risk, just your time, and it could be amazing for you. You might find out you hate it and it's not for you. Cool, you didn't put any skin in the game, but if it's for you and it's what you want to do, that will get you going into a point where you start making some money and you're like, all right, I'm tired of listing these free clothing and only making $3 profit on everyone. I need to go and find some better stuff. And you'll have made a little bit of money and you can take that money to the thrift store, to the yard sale, to the garage sale, to Facebook Marketplace, to wherever it is, and buy something that you can flip. You'll know how the system works. Understand how the system works. Focus on the process, not the profit when you're starting. A lot of people get caught up in the profit. What am I going to do? I don't care. Just send off your first shipment to Amazon, sell your first shit on eBay, just sell something. Please sell something. Break the ice. You need to break the ice. I don't hear a lot of people talking about that. You need to break the ice. If you guys watch, hold on, this clause is getting lonely. Hold on a second. Oh, you can drink this stuff like water when you're actually thirsty. So if you guys ever watch American Pickers, they're always talking about the icebreaker. They're dealing with people. They're not coming up off of anything. And then they overpay for one item, right? And then the process starts going and then they can profit. But if they wouldn't have focused on the process of getting the dude to start selling them stuff, they wouldn't have made any money. They might have just left. But because they focused on the process, they overpaid a little bit. They broke the ice. The stream came flowing through the ice. You got to focus on the process, not the profit. So please do not be scared of losing money or buying the wrong stuff, because you can learn how to not make those mistakes for free off of shit you already have. Please smash the like button. Excuse me. Let's see what's happening. Homie Marcelo holding it down in Arizona. I don't know why I said it like that. Resell Ant. I've been reselling full-time for 3 years thanks to Reezy and learned all from his YouTube videos. Thank you, Reezy. See, that's what I'm talking about. Ant is killing it. And I'm pretty sure I never asked him for $1. He didn't buy a course from me. He didn't do a consultation with me. Maybe he did, but I don't think so, because I think I got that on the top. I'm just saying, guys, like, if you really want it, I've put everything out there. And not even me. Like, even if I didn't exist, there would still be plenty of information for you for free on Google. Like, step your fucking Google foo up. If you're Google foo, it's still sad to me. Do they teach Google foo yet in high school? Does anybody know? Do they teach Google foo yet? The art of Google. Is this taught in high school? If it's not, that's a travesty. They should be teaching this shit in elementary school. It's like, I hate to jack Gary Vee for his stuff, but Google is your mom. Don't ask me, ask your mom. Ask Google. You don't need me. You don't need people like me. And if you do, there's only 2 reasons why you need people like me, or why you should pay for that. Is you need, I guess you might need motivation or inspiration or whatever, and I respect that. But you want to save time, because all my information's out there. You can watch it all for free, or you can pay me $300 an hour and we can go to town. In 1 hour, I can pack so much information into your head, and you can ask direct questions, and I can tailor it to you and your situation. You'll be at least a month of watching YouTube videos ahead in 1 hour. But what's it worth to you? Your time? Do you have more time? Do you have more money? It just depends. Everyone's different. And then there are those of you, and I don't mean this with any offense, there are those of you that probably are not destined for success in this, because you do not have the spirit needed to crush it. And a lot of you want your hand held for everything. You want to get walked through a program, and you want to show screen recording on everything and everything. Guess what? I think you're probably not going to succeed, because in my opinion, the people who succeed are the hungry people, the people who really want to get it, the people who are going to figure it out at no cost, no matter what. They're not going to, well, I kind of want to do it. I'm waiting for someone to handhold. Like, no, don't DM me and ask me a million questions that you could have Googled. I appreciate you seeking information from me, but respect my time. Like, look at my YouTube videos, go to Google, read some books. There's so much information out there, and you asking, how do I do this? Why can't I? It's already out there. Just fucking do it. Just Shia LaBeouf and do it. It's not 1920s. Yes, Mark. Have you seen the video, Mark, that I did? Mark Corbett right here said, t-shirt, it's not 1920. Yeah. So I did a video, and it was like basic tenement. It's like, it's not 1920. You do not have to continue to live your life the same way your grandparents did. You know what I mean? Like, people are out here thinking that it's time to get a job. I better go get a haircut and start filling out job applications. That shit is 10 years ago, and it was already played out then. But there's people that think that's their only option. It's not 1920. There is so many fucking ways to make money nowadays. It's insane. It's insane. It's not 1920, guys. Let's see. Is it possible to be successful starting out without purchasing Keepa? Yes, definitely successful. I know people that do over 100,000 a year on Amazon that only use the Amazon seller app. That's it. No Keepa, nothing, no scanner, just the Amazon seller app, just the eBay app, not even on Amazon, on eBay. So you do not need Keepa. You do not need any of this shit. Everything you need is in your pocket, and it's free. Get you a free Amazon account, start scanning shit. There you go. You need to wrap it. Take some paper bags from the grocery store, wrap it in 2 layers of brown paper. Boom, got you a package. You need a scale, use your kitchen scale. Take it to the post office and weigh it. You don't have internet, go to the library. You don't have a camera, draw a picture. I'm just kidding. But if you want it, you're going to make it happen. And those of you that want everything to be figured out for you, you might not ever make it happen. You know what I mean? I have friends and they'll ask me, yo, I want to do this and I want to do that, but I'm worried it won't this and it won't that. And I'm like, yeah, you anything that's worth doing, you have to be in that situation, in that vibe of like, it's scary. And that's why it's worth doing. And that's why it's profitable, because a lot of people don't do it. I just talked to someone today that was like, yo, I want to get started, but I heard that eBay's way easier. And I was like, easier? And they were like, yeah, they're like looser with the rules and everything. And I was like, yeah, that's true. Like eBay's a little looser with the rules and restrictions and regulations, but it's way more work than Amazon. And you're going to sell stuff for lower prices. There's way more customers on Amazon that pay way more for stuff, and you can scale your effort easily with FBA and without having to take pictures and listings and all this stuff. And I had to point out to him, I was like, look, like the truth is Amazon's way better than eBay, and no one can deny that. But there is some hoops you have to jump through that could be perceived as it's harder, but that makes it worth it. That creates a barrier of entry, which is why there's less sellers, which is why it's better to sell on Amazon, which is why we can command a higher price. Barrier of entry is good. If you're pursuing something and it has zero barrier of entry, you might want to be worried about it, right? Like, those are my thoughts on that. Let's go to the next one. Let's see. Shout out Frank Gallo. Mark must be an entrepreneur because he just realized it's Friday, not Thursday. I was going to call you out on that, but it's all good. 3D Amazon FBA. That's a good tip right here. It says, don't allow yourself to have analysis paralysis. Go make that money. Exactly. And on the tip of analysis paralysis, while I do tell everyone it's important to be a thrift army knife, like meaning be a thrift army knife. When you go into that thrift store looking for the one thing you specialize in, for my example, books, and there's no books, it could be a loss. But if you specialize in a few other categories, maybe you know about clothing, maybe you know about shoes, maybe you know about mugs, maybe you know about DVDs or electronics, and you can check that stuff out while you're there, you have a higher chance of coming out with some profit if you're a thrift army knife. But I want you to be aware of the fact that most successful full-time resellers focus on one main category. So most, probably 80% plus of all resellers that sell full-time for any considerable amount of time and make a good living specialize in one category. They do clothing, they do sneakers, maybe they do just men's clothing, or they do books, or they do CDs. There's not a lot of people I know making six figures a year reselling that sell all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that is much harder to sell all kinds of stuff. It's actually very fun and exciting. I like it the best because you learn a lot. Like going, like watching, like Craigslist Hunter. I love Craigslist Hunter because he knows so much stuff. So shout out Pete, Craigslist Hunter, because he has that wisdom of age and time of reselling, and he's a super thrift army knife. He knows about so much different stuff, right? And that's great, but he's like a diamond in the rough. Most people do not know so much about so much different stuff. And that's why people actually really like, what sold videos on YouTube so much, or showing, your solds on Instagram, is because that expands your knowledge. And that is actually, shout out Pete, Craigslist Hunter. Again, that's his hashtag that he used. Hashtag, he'll post his shit up on Instagram and just be like, hashtag expand your knowledge, with no added nothing, like not really trying to get a bunch of clicks or anything. So let's go see right here. Lisha, I don't know how to say your name, I'm sorry, says, I have a library now. Now I'm on multiple sites. It's work, but it's so much fun. It definitely is. It's definitely fun. It's way much funner working for yourself. Let's see. Michaela says, I started my Amazon seller account a few days ago, still getting everything worked out with the right documents like proof of residency, etc. Awesome. Do not give up. Keep going. Those little barriers of entry are good. I do think you can teach ambition. I meet people all the time and tell them what I do, or even offer to explain to them. They literally come up with every reason they couldn't do it. It's sad. So I think you had a typo, but you wanted to say, I don't think you can teach ambition. And that's from Bill Sokol. And I actually agree with you. I think that a lot of people lack ambition, and you can inspire them for a short-term period, but it wears off very quickly. I actually think it wears off for everybody, but some of us, it might take a month or a year or 6 months, and some people, it might take 2 days for their inspiration to wear off. And you have to understand how you work and how you can stay inspired. But the sad truth is, a lot of people probably have never been to that point of their life or had to be in that position where, like, taking advantage of an opportunity is the only opportunity that they had. And that's how I learned ambition. I am very thankful that I was blessed with a terrible upbringing and a bunch of bad circumstances, because that gave my DNA the right combination of environment for me to become who I am, which is that person that recognizes opportunities very well, that person that knows how to speak up for himself very well and how to be noticed and not be missed out on. The person that's never scared to take any risks, because I never had anything to lose to begin with. So what was I ever risking? There was no risk. So what other people call taking a risk was never a risk for me, because I was homeless, or I lived in a hotel, or I was hungry and had no food. There was no risk for me. And so I just learned, and through skateboarding as well, not to be afraid of failure, to always get up, to not be to be scared of taking risks, to recognize opportunities that are, fleeting. And all of those things came from the fact that I was forced into it by my nature, right? By my environment. And I'm not so sure you can teach that. It's very hard. It's very hard. You see a lot of people, they get on the grind. They're going to be an entrepreneur. And then like a year later, they're not talking about being an entrepreneur anymore. They're back in a 9-to-5 job. Maybe they're getting paid well or whatever. But it's just, I don't know. I agree with you. I think it's possible that you cannot teach ambition. That would be a good question for Mr. Vaynerchuk. I wonder if he's answered that before. Let's see. Mary Beth said, the first thing I sold was hiking pants that I didn't use anymore. Shout out Mary. That reminds me, Posh Hanger, Monica Gamboa, the Posh Hanger, follow her on Instagram and YouTube. I don't know if she's still making YouTube videos or not, but she got started in reselling by selling her suits. She quit her job as a banker in the corporate world, and then sold the suits that she used to wear to work on eBay. And through realizing how much money she made from those suits, because I think she was a thrifty shopper to begin with and would get her suits at a good price, wait for the bargain rack or something. Got into reselling through that, like just accidentally by selling your own stuff because you needed money. So that's how a lot of us actually got into reselling. So I'm super proud of you, Mary Beth. 1 second hydration break. No laws on claws. Hercules, how do you get started with Amazon? Go make an account. Make an account on Amazon first. And then you need to find stuff that you can sell that will make you money using the Amazon seller app. So make an account, download the Amazon seller app, and then shop your house. This is how you get started on Amazon, guys. Make an Amazon seller account. It's free. If you can't find the link to make a free one, sign up for the $40 a month one, then contact them and downgrade back to the free plan. Once you sell 40 items a month, make sure you upgrade to the Pro Merchant plan. It's just better. I'll explain it to you later. But get the Amazon seller app and shop your house, which means go around your house and scan stuff with the Amazon seller app. Learn how to recognize what's profitable, what's not, what condition it has to be in, what you can sell, what you can't sell. Rally up all the stuff you can sell and then list it on Amazon and try and sell it. Focus on the process, not the profit. Make some sales, then get money. You understand? Learn how to put it in the bag, then get money, right? Don't focus on getting money when you haven't learned how to put it in the bag yet. You see what I'm saying? Break the ice. Let's see what else we got here. Bonus points for anybody that knows what that's from. Do you prefer eBay over Amazon or either one? Excuse me. Amazon over eBay all day. The reason is because it's less work. You don't have to create listings. On eBay, you have to create a listing. You have to photograph your item. You don't have to, but if it's used, you have to, or you should. Photograph it, write a description, all this stuff. eBay's website feels like Windows 95. It is not great. So yeah, Amazon all the way. You can scale your time. And with the Amazon fulfillment program, FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon, you can leverage and you can send stuff to them and they'll store it and ship it to your customers when it sells. And it gets the Prime badge, which means it looks like Amazon sold it, even though you sold it. We'll say Prime next to it. You feel me? You smell me? But the ability of, let's say if I sold 30 items in a month, one item a day on eBay, how long is it going to take me to go every day to go get that one item, pull it out of the shelf, out of the box, wrap it, print postage, put it in thing? I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes maybe. But what if you could put them all in one box in one afternoon and then ship it to Amazon? How long would that take you? Maybe an hour, maybe 30 minutes, and your work is done. So instead of doing 10 minutes times 30, which is 300 minutes or more math than I want to do right now, 5 hours, I believe, just do it in 30 minutes with FBA, and you can command higher prices with Amazon. That's why everybody loves Amazon FBA so much. Let's see. Todd Hook here with the testimonial says, Reezy is the man. I make a full-time income on Amazon for 3 years now, and I learned so much from Reezy. Genuinely good person who wants to help. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you too. Thank you for the testimonial. If you guys have testimonials that you want to send me, please email it to me, resells@gmail.com. And please do video testimonials. It's actually easier for you guys, quicker, faster. I just need video testimonials. I would appreciate that. Alicia says, how's your daughter? Both of them are doing great. The older one that I barely see, if you're watching, Alyssa, hi. Come home, we miss you. I'm just kidding, but you know how it is. She's 19. Let's see who we got over here. Started 2 months ago. I've been up 30% up in sales every month thanks to your videos. Awesome. You said 1920 with the vision on 2019. Yep. That didn't elude me. I actually kind of screwed up. I should have dropped that merch earlier in the year. There's not that much time left, but you know, it's not 1920, it's 2019. It's not 1920. You know what I mean? Figure it out. Let's see. Matt says, I've branded my own company logo, name, and a logo picture on barber cutting capes. Will they sell on eBay or Amazon? Maybe, Matt, but you got to understand, why would someone want to buy yours, right? So if they did sell on eBay or Amazon, it's not because they came for yours specifically, unless you're growing your brand out and there's some reason why they would want it. Generally, on Amazon with that would be like a private label ploy. So you would go on Amazon and look and estimate approximately how much, you know, barber capes are selling for in the volume and how much you can get them made for in China or locally or whatever. And can you improve on it? Can you look at the reviews and find, well, this one sells really well, but people are mad that it rips. So then you could get yours triple stitched instead of double stitched or whatever. Can you make an improvement and then get in that system and capture some of that stream that's going? There's traffic going to that keyword barber cape, and some of them are making sales. Can you get in the middle of that and capture some of that? You know, that is the question. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm out of touch with barber capes. You'd need to look at what the volume is. So there's a tool called Jungle Scout that's great for doing stuff like that. Also, guys, I want to let you know, shameless plug, I dropped 4 different enamel pins in the last few days. These are all limited to 100. They're $15 each with free shipping, and I'm doing a sale right now where you can get all 4 for $45. So we have the resist pin, right? It says follow the hustle. Let me see if I can get it to focus. There we go. Don't mind my fingernails. Terrible, nasty habit. If you ain't flipping, you slipping. So they're all laser etched and numbered on the back. The link is in the description if you guys want to check it out. This one's die cast. I don't know if you guys can see. It's like chromed out. Scan everything. Sega Genesis parody. And then this one is probably my favorite because it's close to heart with skateboarding. The Thrifter Thrasher parody pin lounge jump off. So there's only 100 of each one. They are all laser etched with their numbers on them. They're sealed, packed, ready to go in a double glossy card. I'm hand packing them myself and putting a note in every single one. While supplies last. Link is down below, bit.ly/Reezy pins, or it's in my Instagram bio. Would appreciate you guys checking that out. There's some pretty cool pins, I'm just saying. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. Sorry for that advertisement. The boys got to advertise this stuff, though. Let's see. From the shores of Hawaii to the Cali beaches. Dang, you're quoting my album out here? That's weird because a lot of you guys don't know that I rap and I released an album on iTunes back in 2012. Insane. Long time ago. I want to do another one. I think I should. That'd be tight. Let's see. Any questions, guys? Freaking Crazy says, make a ton of money on StockX and GOAT. Can you sell these hype shoes like Yeezy, Supreme, Jordans, and not have issues with returns? Scared to sell that type of stuff due to returns. Yeah, I wouldn't sell hype stuff on Amazon. And if you can sell it on StockX and GOAT, that's probably even better than eBay. The reason is because they cater to the seller and they're verifying it and everything. And I just see the kind of customer type is like, if you have a platform that specializes in a certain type of customer, like StockX and GOAT are after like those hype beasts, right? That old school throwback fashion that people are like paying like buku bucks for now, like full old school silkscreen front print, no matter what the hell it is, they want it. Harley Davidson, you're the farthest thing from motorcycling and tough, and you want to wear a Harley Davidson silkscreen and you want to pay $80. Like, sell that on GOAT or whatever. Like, I'm unfamiliar with those platforms, but I'm familiar enough to know that they specialize in those types of customers. And if you have a platform that specializes in those customers, that's always going to be the place where you can command the highest price for those items, right? So like there's a app platform called Cherish. It's all about selling antiques and furniture, not cherish the word chair, like a chair you sit in ish. Don't confuse it. You'll end up on some crazy websites. Chair, HAIR, cherish.com is a platform for selling antiques, furniture, right? Stuff like that. And people get crazy prices on there. Like, I guarantee there's arbitrage to be made, and somebody's listening to me right now and is going to make thousands of dollars off this tip by buying antique furniture off of eBay and then flipping it onto Cherish, by buying antique furniture off of Facebook or OfferUp or wherever you can get it from, and then flipping it onto Cherish. So not like hunting it down at estate sales and weird stuff like that, but literally sitting in your underwear at home and going, grabbing it off of whatever platform and then posting it on Cherish and selling it. Buy that lamp for $250 off of this person on Facebook Marketplace and then sell it on Cherish for $700 to this Manhattan designer that needed it for their loft or whatever. That is a huge tip. I promise you, someone is going to be making thousands of dollars off that. Let's see if we got any more questions. Oh yeah, if you're on here still, please smash the like button. But don't forget, September 22nd. So today is September 6th. On the 22nd, it's a Sunday. I'm going to be in New York City hosting a free public meetup. It's going to be in Brooklyn, okay? In Brooklyn at a park on Sunday from 2 to 4. But I'm not going to announce the exact location until about 2 hours before. 2 hours, so around noon on Sunday, September 22nd, I will post to Twitter and Instagram the actual location, and then we're gonna have a public meetup. So there's no like tables and chairs or snacks or anything. It's gonna be straight mob mentality. So show up, get your selfies, ask questions, get your one-on-one, network, meet the other hustlers that live in your city, because there's a lot of you guys. New York City is most of my followers. Like, so 60% or something of my followers are from New York City. It's crazy. I think that's a little exaggerated. It might be like 40, but it's New York City. Then LA is like 75% of that. And then everything else. So New York City is a huge percentage of my followers. And I'm excited to see you guys out there. 9/22 Sunday after yard sales, not on a Monday, but on a Sunday, 2 to 4 p.m. It could have been on a Monday, but I know a lot of you guys are still working your 9 to 5 job. So I did it on a Sunday, and I didn't want to do it too early where you would miss your garage sales. So after garage sales, 2 to 4 p.m. on Sunday, 9/22 in Brooklyn. Come through and tell me what you scored. I want to see what you guys scored that day on your garage sales. Let's see. Let's Sell said he completed the 90-day challenge, 115 books a week average. That's awesome. It's awesome to challenge yourself to try and hit a number for a consistent amount of time. Austin Woe says, I just started a few days ago and I have about 20 books. How much should I gather before I send them in? Thanks for the knowledge. So, Austin, I honestly think you should merchant fulfill some. So if you have some books with good ranks, get them listed right now, merchant fulfilled, and try to sell them. It's a doubly good reason because you need to hit 25 merchant fulfilled orders in any category before October 14th so that you can do merchant fulfilled in the toys and games category for the rest of the year, which you definitely want during fourth quarter. I know you just started, so you don't understand the importance of this, but being able to merchant fulfill toys and games in the fourth quarter is very important, and you want to have that ability regardless of how much you can take advantage of it because of your newbie status, but you don't want to not have it when you could have had it. So list the merchant fulfilled, the ones that will sell really quickly, unless there's a big gap on pricing, because again, you're focusing on the process, not the profit. Don't wait, 1 week, 2 weeks later, you have enough books to send into a shipment. Just list those 10 or 20. You'll sell 7 of them. You'll get hyped up, and then you'll want to go out and repeat that scenario and do it again and again. And that's what it's all about. You need to motivate yourself to keep going. You might need to see some cash before you know what I mean? It's going to help you expedite the process. Let's see. Daniel Martin says he started reselling by selling his old items. We got a Posh Hanger fan in the house. Shout out Ellen Augustine. So Severe MC says Reezy's the GOAT. I disagree. I'm going to go with Gary V being the GOAT. Gary V and Michael Jordan, the 2 GOATs. I know that's contradictory because Gary doesn't like Michael Jordan, but it is what it is. My name's Mike. Like, what are you going to do? Matt says, I'm starting up my own business selling barber kit. We already read that. Wait, my Instagram live stream crashed? Yeah, my phone overheated. Sorry about that, guys. Hercules got beats. Send them. The Kid Omar says the Thrifter one is fire. No, it definitely is. I was proud of myself when I mashed up reselling with skateboarding because it's hard to mash something cool with reselling. It's kind of not. I mean, we know it's cool, but you know what I mean? Cool. Like the kids would like it. Oh my God, excuse me. I'm so sorry for that. What's the percentage when you sell something for Amazon, like for them and for you? Amazon takes 15% transaction or commission, variable commission. No. 15%. And then there is some fixed fees. There's like a variable commission fee, pick and pack fees. It's usually like a few bucks. But some of those are volumetric or weight-based. But for the most part, it's a few bucks and 15%. Daniel says, do you know how the California tax law works for eBay sellers? Any tips on different tax write-offs? I do not know, but I can just tell you that I recommend using Ecom CPA. That's the CPA that I use. Jeremy and his team have helped me no longer have any headaches about tax-related stuff. So if you want to use them, go to ecomcpa.com/Reezy. ecomcpa.com/Reezy. And yes, that is my affiliate link. You thought it wasn't? Ben says Brooklyn by hometown. You guys are excited? Who's excited about the New York meetup? Michaela says, will you ever come to Texas? Of course I'll come to Texas. I'm coming everywhere. Pause. Sorry, that was ridiculous. Will I ever get to a point where FBA fees and charges are no longer a worry? Yes, definitely. If you make good buying decisions, you should definitely, you'll be good. Don't worry about it. Nate says, I'm using Printful. I know you're selling on Etsy. What pod service are you using? I'm using Printful as well. Flippin' Dollar says, White Claw, I hate that I like it. Me too. It makes me feel like a white girl. I don't know why. It's also like, it just tastes like water, and I legit want to shotgun it because I don't believe that there's beer in it. I don't believe it. This is the first time I actually had a White Claw while I was completely sober before, and I still feel completely sober. So I'm fully debating the fact that there's any alcohol in White Claw. I don't believe it. Either that or you need to drink like 8 of them to feel it. Let's see. No one can help me. I'm going to be homeless if I get no help. I normally don't reach out. What can I do? You got to hustle, man. You got to hustle. Sell some shit. That's the whole moral of this live stream is just list it and sell it. Just sell it. You need to sell it. AJ says, are you going to spend some of that super chat after the meetup? Maybe. Did I get a super chat on this show? Oh my God, I apologize so bad. If you sent me a super chat, I apologize so bad because I'm using a new live streaming platform, and the super chats look just like the regular chat messages. So I'm going back right now to see if I can find them. There's only a little tiny icon in the corner. It doesn't stand out. StreamYard, you need to get that fixed. I got people that are tipping over here and I'm slipping. Yeah, no, that the 5% in the White Claws. Do you have to pay state tax every quarter at the end of the year? I think I'm supposed to pay quarterly, but we pay at the end of the year, always late, always extended, and that's just how it goes. Yeah, guys, please go check out the pins. I'm really proud of the merch that I did. We got the thrifter pin. We got the scan everything pin. They're only $15 each, guys. And I would have made them $10, but they're limited edition of 100, and I'm never going to make them again. And they're all laser etched. So it's unique. They're limited. If you ain't flipping, you slipping. And we got, this is my favorite. I'm low-key biased though, but the detail is so good. Pin Lounge did a really good job on these. Shout out Pin Lounge for making me look hella good on the pins. And I'm running a sale right now where you can get all 4 for 45 instead of 60. So you're essentially getting 1 for free. And I've had people buying 2 sets at a time. So I wouldn't be surprised if people are trying to flip these, you know, in the short term, near future. Maybe I'm about to blow up. I know a lot of you guys have asked me about the previous pins or about the Reezy water bottles, and it's the same thing. I only made 100 of each item. That's how I always do it. Every time I release any merch that I physically have and it's not print on demand, it's always going to be limited to 100 units. It's always going to be numbered. I'm going to sign, you know, write notes, send it out myself. And that's just how I'm going to do it to keep it limited. So if you want to cop something, get it before it's gone. I appreciate your guys' time on this broadcast. If you need help with Amazon, go to my website, reezyresells.com, grab my free course, and I hope to see you guys in New York City on September 22nd, 2 to 4 p.m. in an undisclosed location, because I got something very amazing to celebrate, and I can't wait to see you guys. Remember, if you ain't flipping, you slipping. Peace. Have a good night.